to the famous Now Show, powered by the Fishbowl Radio Network. Jump in. Hosted by the one and only Darius Ely, a.k.a. Frankie Van Gogh, a.k.a. Mr. Never Satisfied. Today's episode is being sponsored by audiobooks.com. Audiobooks.com allows customers to choose from 125,000 plus of the best sellers and the hottest titles in romance, mystery, fiction, and many other genres. Audiobooks can be downloaded directly to iPhone or Android apps, stream instantly from the car, or while you're making dinner. Anytime, anywhere. Sign up with the link that's being dropped into the chat. You have a free 30-day trial on the famous Now Show. So, Gary, can we get a little music, man? We got a special guy in this building, man.
Yes, sir.
And I'm gonna close this thing up because we're gonna have a genuine conversation.
I'm with that.
Nah, off script.
Off the script.
We got somebody in here, man, that's for sure a brother of the cloth, the A5A.
06.
You know what I'm saying? You know, we have to rep that ice cold game. But we have a special guy in here. His name is CEO Adam Jackson.
Yes, sir.
Adam, man, from the Day and Night Watch Company, man. Some of the craziest designs I've seen thus far, man.
Appreciate you.
I'm actually rocking one right now, man. What is this one called?
This one's the one you got on, man. It's the Thutmose 3.
The Thutmose 3, okay.
Yeah.
Talk to me a little bit about the name. So, like, I know it's a special name behind connection.
So, I named all my watches after the pharaohs, man. You know,
Okay.
Before there was kings and queens, man, I went towards the pharaohs direction because that's where it all started, man. When you're talking about royalty itself,
yeah,
we talking about the pharaohs, and that's where the names actually came from.
that's for sure. Now before we dive deep into the watch brands, because you know you see these beautiful watches right here, and you could use our code, the famous now. You use famous now. And check out and get a 15% discount on these watches right here. So please make sure you go by Day and Night Watch Company.
Yeah.
And add that code in there and you'll get 15% off. But before we dive into the watches, because we got to know the before, right?
The before.
The before is the most important part. So the before, where originally where you from?
I'm originally from Fort Worth, Texas. That's where I actually grew up, on the west side of Fort Worth. 776108, that's the area code.
Okay.
Man, the 817 stand up, you already know.
For sure.
But yeah, that's where I'm from, man.
Went to Fort Worth ISD?
Yep. I guess you could say it's Fort Worth ISD now. Brewer High School, man. That's where I went to.
Okay.
Class of 04.
For sure. All right, Brewer High School, class 04. You play a little ball there, right?
All day.
Okay. What you play, man? What position?
Football was always the position, man. You know, that's
football was the position.
I was running back, man. I was thoroughbred.
Nice. Nice. And so from Brewer High School, you went on to go to Kansas Wesleyan.
Yeah,
right?
I went to Kansas Wesleyan.
Okay.
Went there for a short period of time until I got injured.
Okay.
And then I had to come back home, man, and actually end up transferring to Texas Wesleyan. And that's where I got my bachelor's degree, in business.
Yeah. And look at what Texas Wesleyan creates products, guys.
Yes, it is.
So big ups to you, Texas Wesleyan. That's major. So you got your business degree from Texas Wesleyan. How much time did you spend working that business degree?
Man, I would say it took me about 2.5 years to actually go through the business degree.
Yeah,
once I actually was able to get in and knock that whole thing out, man, it was ready to roll. You know what I mean? So it took some time, but we was able to get in and get out.
Good vibes.
Yeah.
So, and Texas Wesleyan is a private institution.
Yes,
right?
it is.
Okay. So being that you was able to come back home, how well did you adapt from leaving Kansas to coming back to Texas? How was it?
It's home.
It's home.
You know what I mean? But the only thing I would highly recommend is not going to school at home. And the reason why I say that is because is home. So, you know what I mean? You have to actually build, if you don't have that type of capability of putting your priorities first, then it can, you know, being home can get in the way of, you know, bad situations, bad, you know, bad concepts and stuff like that can actually be able to get in the way of what you want to do.
Yeah.
So I had to, you know, really move myself away.
Yeah.
So
in a previous article I read that he talked about being back home and the struggles of not going the opposite direction,
right,
and such of the positive path that you're going on, that you're taking.
Right.
You talked about the struggles of rent, you know, getting away from that. What exactly did you mean by that? Elaborate.
Yeah. So the main thing for me, man, is I came from, you know, a situation where, you know, I actually ended up going to jail. Nothing for, you know, anything legality. It was just tickets. You know what I'm saying? And with Fort Worth, man, they don't play around with those those tickets. So it was one of those type of things where it gave me a full reality check. And so I ended up having to go home, you know, and once I got home, I sat down at a similar table like we're sitting at right now.
Business table.
And I told myself, man, I was like, okay, I got to do something that's not been completed.
Yeah.
If I don't, I'm going to end up becoming a stereotype. And that was something I just told myself. I was like, I'm not doing that.
Yeah.
And so I just sat down. I just kept on thinking, man, what did I not complete? What did I not complete? And mind you, I'm working 24/7, man. You know what I mean? I'm doing my whole nine. You know what I mean? Just working. But the thing I didn't complete was my degree.
Yeah.
And so I was like, okay, man, well, then I guess that's what I need to do, because it was just kept on coming back in my mind. Like, listen, you got to finish that. You got to finish that. So I ended up going back to school, and then after that, I was like, all right, I'm back to school, doing that whole process, went through that, and then it was after that, it was just like, okay, well, I got to move away from my hometown.
Yeah.
And I had to, you know what I'm saying, to actually be able to focus on this, and not only this, but also as well, I got to pay all these tickets, man. You know what I'm saying? Keep myself, like, you know, out of position. So I moved to the north side of, you know, Fort Worth, and actually went to, you know, in the Haltom City area, man, and just started working 2 jobs, man, just to clear that. But at the same time, man, I was going through my own personal struggles at that time. Didn't have insurance, you know what I mean? I could have asked, you know, I didn't want to ask my peoples for any type of money or anything else like that. I told myself, I'm going to be a man and actually take care of myself.
Yeah.
So, mind you, you know, me and my old lady was actually, you know, getting together at that around that time frame also as well. So it was one of those type of things where we had a long distance relationship that was in between that. But I told her, I was like, man, it's a priority for me to take care of myself first thing first if I'm going to be able to call myself provider for you.
Right. It's major.
And it was major for me to do that. So there was times, man, I ain't have no food. You know what I mean? I'm eating pinto beans out of the can. You know what I mean? That type of, it was at that stage, man. It was really that. And then on top of that, I have a seizure disorder. So I ain't have no medication actually, but I had to take care of my seizures. So I was going months without that.
Oh, man.
You know what I mean? Didn't say nothing to my folks, man. I was just, you know,
just making it.
You know what I mean? Just you know, it's that test.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I just kept on pushing myself, man. And I was putting myself in school, trying to push through, you know what I'm saying, do